Hi, I'm Andrew Berry and welcome to At the Bench's YouTube channel. Today we're looking at Durston's new wire and tube cutting tool. Again, you can be sure that if it's made by Durston, it is made to extremely high standards. The handle is made out of metal. It's got these 4 little recessed areas that fit very nicely into the fingers of your hand, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. It has this little fold-over section on the top, this nice deep V groove here that enables you to put the wire or your tube into it. This little handle then comes over the top to hold the wire or the tube into place. Your thumb goes over that to hold that nice and secure whilst you're sawing. And there's a guide just past this little handle here. You can just see there where the saw will go to guide it so you get a nice straight flush end. This little piece on the end, this is a stop. And we can use this to make sure that we get repeatedly the correct length of tubing or wire time and time again. Also, what you can do is if you have a piece of tubing or wire that you really want to make sure that you have a nice flat end completely perpendicular to the edges, you can simply put your tubing or wire into the groove, fold over the handle, and you can just file down that end just to make sure that you get a nice flush edge using the hardened steel area here to make sure that is nice and flush, and then you can be sure you get a nice flush end to your wire or your tubing. Now if you want to make repeated lengths of wire or tubing, you can simply insert the stop into place, just tighten it loosely, and now what you can do is, say you want to make a 10mm length of wire repeatedly, the same length time and time again. We can put our ruler into the groove, bring it flush with the stop here, and line up our saw groove here to the 10mm section. Let me just quickly do that. I'm looking straight through that groove. That's 10mm there. We can tighten up the nut on the back, which holds that into place. Alternatively, you can always get a slide rule and put 10mm onto that. And again, using that exactly the same way, bring that against the stop and using the jaws to come right to the center of your saw guide. So we can put our wire into position, bring our holder, secure it into place, put it onto your peg, put your thumb over the stop and put your saw blade down into the groove, and you just simply cut through. If you're cutting tubing, you will be cutting through the walls. It'll cut through a lot faster than what I'm doing here, cutting through this piece of copper wire. And we come through to the end, like that. And there we have our 10mm length of wire, or tubing if you're cutting tubing, and we can make repeated lengths time and time again, ensuring that we have the gorgeous flat end. And if you are a little bit wonky with your sawing, you can always take off the guide and file that nice and flush with the end. So that's Durston's wire and tube cutting tool. Very simple tool, and it's amazing how often I have used this. We've used this loads and loads of times on our online jewellery training website At The Bench. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to. You can subscribe as a free member. Just go to atthebench.com. Check out the content. We've got over 1,300 films on there, with new films going live every single week. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Click the little bell icon as well, so you can be notified when films go live on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, please give us a thumbs up if you like this, leave a comment down below and share this with your friends. And in the meantime, My name's Andrew Berry, playing around with Durston's new tubing and wire cutting tool. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.